Well, welcome to Wisdom Wednesday. I'm Master Hypnotist and Complete Mind Therapist Chuck DeBroder. And tonight's topic was prompted by one of my clients who was still worried about people talking about her. And she's given me permission to talk about this generically. But how many times have you heard gossip about you, or someone has brought some gossip that they heard about you from someone and you didn't know how to handle it? Well, you can handle it hypnotically and take your power back. Yeah, and you're like, Chuck, how do I do this? Now, by the way, we are simultaneously live streaming on Chuck DeBroder Facebook, which is my personal professional hypnotic page, also on Lightning Hypnosis Facebook, on LinkedIn, on Lightning Hypnosis YouTube, and also on Twitch with all the gamers here tonight. So, how do we take the power back from something we heard about us? First thing we do, and believe me, I would love to hear your comments or questions about this. The first thing we do is we handle it with humor. So when someone says, hey, such and such says this about you, Chuck, and you know what I usually say? Well, you know what? About only 50% of that is true. And they kind of laugh. And then they wonder what 50% is true or what is true. And then I also say, hey, I wish I had that exciting of a life. And by saying that, I wish I had that exciting of a life, it takes the power out of those things that people said out of spite about me or about you. Second, you say, okay, especially if they tell you who said it. Well, John says this about you, Chuck. And you go, wow, isn't that amazing how insecure and sad John is? Now, I know some pretty big things that John would like to get out. So maybe we should just end this all here. Now, that person will go back to John and say, hey, John, man, Chuck knows some huge secrets about you. I don't know what he knows, but he says he would keep it to himself if we just end the gossip right here. And when people think that someone knows their secrets, they become insecure themselves, and you have taken their power away, and you are in the power position now when it comes to being the person who knows the secret that's bigger than what they were spreading about you. Hey, welcome to Wisdom Wednesday. I'm Master Hypnotist and Complete Mind Therapist Chuck DeBroder, and we're talking about gossip here tonight. Another way you can take power out of the gossip is just saying, and what? You're not admitting that it's true, but you're like, and what does this have to do with right now? And it makes the person who is spreading the gossip farther to you look a little ridiculous, doesn't it? So again, the first way of handling it is humor. Like I always say, when someone says, hey, John says this about you, I go, wow, only about 50% of that is true. And then it gets them wondering, I wonder what is true about that. Now, you can ask a question, make a comment, I have been a master hypnotist and a complete mind therapist for over 19 years now, helping people like you get out of their own way with procrastination, perfectionism, imposter syndrome, anxiety and depression, which are married, which also then can interrupt your sleep. Because when you spend lying down in your bed the first 20, 30 minutes worrying about a future that's probably never going to happen at all, or you're worried about something in the past, and now they've done research where they've tested people, and we make up things. We add details that didn't happen. We add people to past stories in our mind movies that weren't there. So if 100% of our future mind movies are false, if up to 50% of our past depressive mind movies are false, isn't it best just to live in the right now? And that is exactly what hypnosis does. Now, again, we're talking about people that gossip, and you need to take the power back. You need to take the power back verbally by just making them wonder. And my favorite one is, wow, John said that about me. Man, there is so many secrets that I know about John that are much bigger than that. And I would not even think about telling anybody. So I think you need to let John know, let's just end it here. And that person who told you will go back to John and say, hey, Chuck knows some major secrets about you. Maybe it'd be best if you just stop talking about Chuck. So humor, take away the power, and then act like it's no big deal and kind of embarrass the person who is spreading the gossip and the rumors and say, and what does that have to do with our work we're doing here? Um, are we here, as Rosario said once in a meeting when someone brought up gossip? She says, you know, when very softly, she said, when I go to business meetings, I go to business meetings to talk about business. I don't go to talk about gossip. So if this meeting's about gossip, then we're going to leave because we're here to talk business. And that is gold. Hopefully, some of these tips will help you out. We help you shift your mindset. I call this method hypnotic mind shift transformation. I developed it over the last 19 years. I use Milton Erickson conversational hypnosis. Then we do visualization exercises. And then finally, we do the eyes closed hypnosis that you're familiar with from TV and movies and maybe stage comedy. So think about this and think about these techniques of taking the power away from the third party that's spreading the gossip from someone else, or from the original party by just letting them worry about maybe you do have secrets that are bigger than what the rumors they're spreading about you are. And then you have your power back. Have a wonderful and wise Wednesday, as this is Wisdom Wednesday. And if you would like a free hypnotic mind shift success consultation, drop a little DM to me or comment down below. Put mind shift and a lightning bolt, something like that. And we will get back to you I do a mini conversational hypnosis session, and then I do a consultation. And it's pure value. I give some of the same advice that I give my clients, and my clients have had some instant, huge positive changes. Have an excellent night. We'll talk to you again real soon. Bye for now. Thank you all.